Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine show. Good Sports is presented by Kansas City Chiropractic. Dr. Lynn McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. For an appointment, call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. And by the Surplus Exchange. Take a tax donation credit plus help KC students when you recycle your electronics and office furniture at the Surplus Exchange. For more information, visit surplusexchange.org or call 816-472-0444. This show was recorded live on Friday, March 6th. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. I'm Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Today we're here at the U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion offices in Kansas City. Join the Army right now and you can get up to a $40,000 signing bonus in addition to your salary. You can also receive nearly $82,000 in tuition assistance for college. Learn more at goarmy.com or contact one of the 7 career centers in Kansas City, including the Olathe office at 913-764-2113. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations. And with this month's issue, Kansas City Sports and Fitness celebrates our 18th straight year as the Sports Illustrated of KC. Now, this month in our hockey report presented by the KC Ice Center, we write about Lamar Hunt Jr.'s purchase of the Mavericks and the upcoming merger between the KC Stars and the Junior Mavericks youth hockey organizations. In our college sports report presented by the Surplus Exchange, we catch March Madness with stories on KU's Brandon Green, K-State's Trey Harris, and we discuss the woes of the MU basketball team. Now, you can visit our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com, to find a link to a list of locations where you can find Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on our website, too. Now, I also want to mention that you can now get a free subscription to the digital version of KC Sports and Fitness magazine. All you have to do is go to that new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com, and sign up where it says Join Our Fan Club. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. And now joining us here at the Kansas City Battalion are Sergeant Max Nowry and Specialist Erik Nye. They are members of the U.S. Army World Class Athlete Program, which allows soldiers to train for the Olympic Games on behalf of the military. Both men aspire to participate in the 2016 Games in Rio de Janeiro. They spent the last few days here in Kansas City visiting area high schools, and they join us today. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Give us a quick rundown of your background, Sergeant Nowry.
Sergeant Max Nowry. I'm from Wheeling, Illinois. I attended Wheeling High School. In college, I went to Northern Michigan University at the U.S. Olympic Education Center.
And very good. And Specialist Nye?
I grew up in Red Bluff, California. I went to Red Bluff High School. Placed third in the state there. I won nationals a couple times throughout high school. I went to Arizona State for college, and in 2012 I joined the Army for the World Class Athlete Program.
Gotcha. So did you guys choose the military specifically for the World Class Athlete Program? Specialist Nye, you just mentioned that, but you guys also have other jobs in the Army as well. Tell us what your other job is.
Yeah, I'm actually an engineer. I drive bulldozers, Hi-X's. My actual job is 12 November, which is a horizontal construction engineer. So I do anything from building roads in the Army to flattening ground for buildings and stuff like that.
Got you. And Sergeant Nowry?
My MO is 42 Alpha, Human Resource Specialist.
Okay.
So, particularly administration.
Gotcha. Very cool. But you also joined the Army specifically because of the World Class Athlete Program as well. You were recruited in that sense to be a part of that. Is that correct?
Correct.
So So your wrestling background specifically was to, was to bring this out. Now you guys travel all over the country, but also all over the world as well.
Yes, we have tournaments all over, around the country: New York, Las Vegas, Nevada, Minnesota, and then we also go overseas. We go to countries such as Bulgaria, Hungary, Russia, Azerbaijan. This past summer we were in Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. So we go all over, and we get see a lot of international opponents and get a lot of that international experience with foreign athletes.
Sure. So who's your toughest competitors? What country do they come from?
Our toughest competitors right now would be Russia and Iran.
Really?
The Middle East is growing quite a bit in their wrestling, and especially Turkey. And over there, it's their national sport.
Really?
Whereas our is like baseball, or you see a lot of basketball and football as well.
Sure.
Their top athletes and their stars are wrestlers.
Oh wow, that's really interesting. That's an interesting perspective. So tell us about the World Class Athlete program. It encompasses wrestling, of course, but more than wrestling as well.
Yes, it covers all Olympic sports, such as all the Winter Olympic sports, bobsledding, skeleton, luge, and then you have our summer sports, boxing, wrestling. We have modern pentathlon, just pretty much anything you see in the Olympics we have, as well as the Paralympic athletes. We have one in Colorado at Fort Carson with us, and we have a couple more down in Texas.
Gotcha. And you guys are heading out of here later on today to the place where you train. Where is that, and what are the facilities like?
We're at Fort Carson, Colorado Springs. The facilities are awesome. We have starting off, we have our own commander and own first sergeant to take care of us when we travel on our paperwork and stuff. And then we have our own doctors, our own trainer. We have massage therapists. Everything we need, the Army gives us to succeed.
Wow, that's awesome. So do all the world-class athletes train at that location?
No, at Fort Carson, Colorado, where we're stationed at, we have boxing, wrestling, modern pentathlon, shooting, and Paralympic athlete. There's one or two out there right now. And then we have our winter sports. Those athletes are in Lake Placid, New York. And we have some of the runners are at the Nike Training Center in Oregon, some in California, and some down in Texas. So we're all spread around wherever our sports largest training centers at is where those athletes will be.
I was at the All-American Bowl back in 2009, and they took us to a shooting range, and we saw some of the athletes that were trick shooters at the time, but they had participated in the Olympics, and it was just amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen that, if you get a chance to check in with some of the other athletes and what it is that they're doing, but it just was very, very interesting. Now, you guys do a type of wrestling that's called Greco-Roman style wrestling, which I've heard of, but what's the difference between Greco-Roman and the type of wrestling that we might see if we went to a match at a high school?
Greco-Roman is mainly upper body throws, like you see in folk style and freestyle, where you can attack the legs and shoot on the legs. We cannot do that. It'd be a foul, and we get cautioned if we were to attack the legs. So Greco, it's more of a strength competition almost, because you're pushing the guy and you're trying to throw him. It'd be most closely similar to like judo or something like that, mainly throws.
So it's the one-on-one type of thing. Obviously, wrestling is, and that's that's just important in any type of combat. So the workout that you guys go through, is it? I mean, you'd have to have the lower body because the lower body is a part of it. But is it mostly upper body, or?
Oh, a lot of the movement is a lot of stuff pummeling with our upper body, but a lot of it is legs, getting our legs moving. A lot of the push and pull that's coming from our legs. We got to get our legs strong because we're trying to get under.
I see. Okay.
We're trying to get in the best position, and typically that's dropping your shoulder right around their sternum, and then pushing into them, kind of standing them up. Now they don't really have a strong base.
So when you're in is it called a match, when you're in a match, how long is it? Is it 3-minute rounds, or those types of things, or what is it?
Yeah, we have 2 3-minute periods with a 30-second break in between. There's no overtime. So the last person scores, if it is tied, will win. But if it's, let's say, tied 4-4, and I have a 4-point throw and he has two 2-point takedowns, I'll win since I won on criteria.
I gotcha. So is this a different type of wrestling than you did in college? Same, yes?
For me, I kind of bypassed the NCAA route, the collegiate route, and I was wrestling Greco-Roman straight out of high school.
Okay. And when you were in college?
I wrestled actually folk style first. I wrestled all three styles until I joined the Army.
Okay. Okay. I didn't even know there were 3 styles of wrestling. Now you learned something new. So, well, this is all really cool to talk with you guys. Right now, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine show. Today, we're coming to you from the U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion offices in Kansas City. I'm Steve Fish. We'll be right back. Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for classes, or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. That's 913-441-3033. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
These days, we're all so busy and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, new patients can get their initial consultation free. Mention KC Sports when you make your first appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. KC North Spine and Joint Center is the only full-body active release provider north of the river. For sports injuries, foot, shoulder, knee, or hip issues, call Dr. Hildebrand at KC North Spine and Joint Center at 816-584-0413 or visit kcnorthsjc.com. Phone or tablet screen cracked? Call iCrack Mobile Repair. They come to you to fix your phone. Call 816-844-3332 to set up your repair. We catch the madness in the March issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. And with this issue, KC Sports celebrates our 18th year as the Sports Illustrated of KC. In March, we feature the Turnkey Homebuyers Youth Soccer Report, the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report, the KCI Center Hockey Report, and the U.S. Army High School Top Performers. Like us on Facebook at Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine, and find our magazine all across KC plus online at our mobile-friendly website, kcsportspaper.com. So check it out today. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. And right now, take advantage of off-season rates, $34 on weekdays and $42 on weekends. For tee times, visit winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. Welcome back to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're here at the U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion offices in Kansas City. Join the Army right now and you can get up to a $40,000 signing bonus in addition to your salary. You can also receive nearly $82,000 in tuition assistance for college. Learn more at goarmy.com or contact one of the 7 career centers in Kansas City, including the Olathe office at 913-764-2113. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out the U.S. Army High School top performers from Olathe North and Liberty High. And in our youth soccer report presented by Turnkey Home Buyers, we feature a story on the upcoming Kansas City Champions Cup, which has 600 teams participating. Now, you can pick up your copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Eagles Landing Golf Course, both Minsky's on Berry Road, and the Kansas City Ice Center. And coming up on March 14th, we will be at the Kansas City Ice Center, and the KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. Now, if you have a business and you're interested in having us come out to do our show at your business location, call Good Sports at 913-764-2050. And now you can view Good Sports on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. Now, we are here at the U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion offices, and we're talking with Specialist Erik Nye and Sergeant Max Nowry, who are members of the U.S. Army World Class Athlete Program, and their focus is to try and make it to the Olympics in 2016. They spent the last few days here in Kansas City visiting a number of area high schools and handing out top performer awards as well there. But welcome back to the show, gentlemen. Thank you again for joining us today. One of the things that was critical is the Olympics actually cut wrestling in 2020. It wouldn't have affected what it is that you guys are trying to achieve for 2016, but back in 2013 they cut it, and somehow, to fill us in, it got reinstated. How did it get reinstated?
Yes, and I think it was around February, at the beginning of February, article came out on the mat.com and pretty much explained that the Olympic Committee had dropped wrestling from 2020, and that's a big shock. No one really saw any of that coming. So,
what was the reason? Did they give her any reason?
I think it was just the viewers' numbers during the Olympics, and just kind of the sport was, I guess, wasn't too entertaining. So
really, because I remember it was there were women wrestling. There was a Russian woman. Was it last Olympics that was just incredible that I remember seeing. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's just incredibly strong, and it was entertaining. But I mean, entertaining in the sense of on TV, I guess.
Yes, and then we so it was a big shock to the whole world, and we had less than a year to put something together to get it voted back in, and the final vote was in September of that year, and we were going up against baseball and softball. They kind of joined together.
Right.
And then squash was our biggest competitor. And the whole wrestling world was able to come together. Every country had these Save Olympic Wrestling shirts. And the World Cup that year was actually in Iran. So you got Russia and Iran and the U.S. all under one roof. And everyone's just coming together through sports. So that was really special. And we, when the final vote came, we got voted back in.
Nice.
So that was a big relief, and especially with our youth, wrestling's not that big of a sport in the U.S. Not nearly as big as baseball and basketball.
Right.
So those little kids that just start out wrestling, they don't have Olympic dreams anymore because that sport would have been cut.
How interesting! But you guys were able to keep it back in, so it won't be out in 2020. Does it come up for a vote again at some other time?
No, right now, as of now, we're in.
You're in.
And then the governing body used to be FILA, and now it's the UWW, United World Wrestling. They're making a whole bunch of changes and doing a lot of good things to promote our sport and make our sport more entertaining and viewable for everyone around watching.
Nice. That's great. So your focus is to make it to the 2016 Olympics in Brazil. Where do you guys rank right now nationally to make it to that level? And then who is it that's decided? First of all, how many weight classes are there? How do you decide who's going to go?
We have 8 weight classes total for Worlds. During the Olympics, we only have 6. So it's kind of a scramble on Olympic year. The guys cutting weight or guys gaining weight to make their own weight class. So I'm actually 3rd in the country right now. We have World Team Trials in Las Vegas this year. And then actually the World Tournament is also in Las Vegas this year. So it's been about 10 years since the Worlds has been back in the United States. So we're looking forward to it.
That's nice for you guys to have it in your hometown, so to speak. Now, Sergeant Nowry, you're one of the guys that's actually trying to add weight.
Yes. The weight class in 2012 used to be 121 pounds, 55 kilos. And in 2013, the international governing body changed the weight classes, and they combined the lowest two. So it went from 55 kilos to 59 kilos, which is 130. So they raised it about 9 pounds, and I was pretty small at the 121. So when they changed the weights, I had a year to get a little bit bigger, but I'm still struggling.
Really?
Yep.
Boy, that must be a nice issue to deal with for a common person for what it is you're doing. I'm sure it's not, but I'm sure loading on the protein and things like that. And I understand that Specialist Nye is assisting you in that process.
This week I've been on his plan, trying to eat what he eats.
Very good. So, as world-class athletes, you travel across the country and you talk about the benefits of serving the Army. There's definitely more to the Army than what most of us civilians think about. And fill us in on some of the opportunities that are out there when someone enlists in the Army. Take it away, either one of you guys.
There's about 200 jobs. There's a whole bunch of jobs, and not only within those jobs, there's a lot of opportunities to do what we do. There's the world-class athlete program. There's all Army sports. There's the Army band. So there's all these opportunities. You can serve your country, and then you can also have an opportunity to achieve a goal that you have that you wanna do. Our goal is to wrestle and make world and Olympic teams and bring medals. And the Army has a program that allows us to do that. So we get to be in the military, be a part of the Army, and serve our country, as well as chasing down our dreams.
Nice, very nice. And where are you ranked at this time in the nation?
I'm currently 4th or 5th, and at my weight alone, we have the top 5 guys are from the Army.
Oh, okay.
So
you're battling your friends in a sense.
Yeah,
they're friendly enemies, I guess you could say. That's very interesting. So, what happens? When does it all come together to determine who's going to go to the Olympics? Is that going to happen in Las Vegas, or is it farther on down the road, closer to 2016?
It's actually closer to 2016. It'll be next year. We'll have another tournament in Vegas, which would be nationals, and the top guys from that will go to our World Olympic team trials. And we don't know where Olympic team trials is, but the nationals will be in Vegas again. So wherever the Olympic trials is, only the number 1 guy goes. So you got to be on your A game next year and bring it with all you got.
One match, and that's at a certain point it comes down to that, just like in the Olympics.
Yeah, best 2 out of 3. So number 1 and 2 guy will go best 2 out of 3, and whoever comes out on top will be on our Olympic team.
Well, certainly much luck to both of you as you head to that. After 2016, what happens with you guys?
I plan on wrestling as long as I can.
Okay.
I love the sport, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So I hopefully have another cycle or 2 in me, and then continue in my military career.
You want to make it a full-time career in the military?
Yes, I'd like to, and then afterwards coach wrestling, open up my own
Gotcha.
wrestling club.
Gotcha. Specialist Nye?
I'll be heading back to California with my wife and try to start a family and
Gotcha.
do all that stuff, yeah.
So you have big plans after 2016 as well. Very cool, very cool. So you guys visited, we've only got about a minute or so, you guys visited a lot of the high schools here in Kansas City and did some presentations to top performer wrestlers and put on demonstrations and things like that. What was it like? What did you see out there with the kids in Kansas City?
It was a good experience. We had talked to a couple classes, and they'd ask us questions about what we do and where we've been, and then they really liked the demonstrations we put on. We showed them the difference between freestyle and Greco-Roman, the Olympic styles, and then the folk style, which is what they see in high school and college. So we showed them the difference and a little bit more excitement of the faster-paced wrestling of the Olympic style sport or Olympic styles.
I'll bet it was interesting to see future, hopefully future Olympians, in the high schools there, and get it. It was nice to get an award, I'm sure, from you guys as well.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that will pretty much do it for today's show. I want to thank the U.S. Army for hosting the show today, and want to thank our very special guest, Specialist Erik Nye and Sergeant Max Nowry from the Army World Class Athlete Program for joining us. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, and check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. You'll find it all over KC, and it's free, so pick it up today.
Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or your driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong. Paid for by the U.S. Army. KC North Spine and Joint Center is the only full-body active release provider north of the river. For sports injuries, foot, shoulder, knee, or hip issues, call Dr. Hildebrand at KC North Spine and Joint Center at 816-584-0413 or visit kcnorthsjc.com. Phone or tablet screen cracked? Call iCrack Mobile Repair. They come to you to fix your phone. Call 816-844-3332 to set up your repair. Come on out to the Kansas City Ice Center and skate on the outdoor pavilion or the indoor ice rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times, to register for classes, or schedule an upcoming party or group event, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. That's 913-441-3033.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
These days, we're all so busy and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, new patients can get their initial consultation free. Mention KC Sports when you make your first appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Experience a touch of the Ozarks at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. And right now, take advantage of off-season rates, $34 on weekdays and $42 on weekends. For tee times, visit winterstonegolf.com or call 816-257-5755. Get a free subscription to the digital version of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Just sign up on our new and improved website, kcsportspaper.com. Then watch your email for the next issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness. Interact with our new website. Visit kcsportspaper.com and you'll find more content, more photos, more videos, plus episodes of the Good Sports TV show, reader discussions, past articles and issues, contests, and more. And get a free digital subscription to KC Sports each month when you become a member of our kcsportspaper.com fan club. Sign up now at kcsportspaper.com. That's kcsportspaper.com.
Hi, it's Greg Pryor. One of my favorite products in Life Priority is called Lyft. See Lyft at my website, lifepriority.com.
Become your own boss by learning how to invest in real estate in a free seminar hosted by millionaire real estate investor Robert Blair. To sign up for the free seminar, call 816-272-4338 or visit turnkeyhomebuyers.com. Now you can view our shows and past shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. Now you can view our shows and past shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel.